Hello friends, my name is Jen and I love cookies. Welcome to day 2 of Cookie Week. Today I have chosen to rate their White Lightning cookie, and I had to keep the package with me for the description. This is a vanilla brown butter cookie with salted caramel morsels, white chocolate, peanuts, and crushed pretzels. So I am really excited about this cookie because the second one that I rated from Kookie was a white chocolate s'mores. And so exactly what it sounds like, it was brown butter, vanilla, probably cookie with graham cracker crumbs and marshmallows and white chocolate. And it was really good, but I just had this feeling that it would be improved if it had a little bit more saltiness to it. And so this one with the pretzels and the peanuts should hopefully be a little bit saltier, and I am really excited to try it. So this is what it looks like. I have microwaved it for 10 seconds today, so the appropriate amount of time instead of double what I was supposed to do it for. You can see in here obviously the white chocolate, you see the caramel, you see the pretzels, you can see some peanuts. I do see a few on the bottom as well, but it looks like for the most part they may have just been stuck on top as opposed to like actually in the cookie. But I am going to take a bite and find out for sure. It appears that is the case, that it's mostly the things were stuck on the top as opposed to bake into the cookie. But as is a consistent theme with cookies, the brown butter makes it delicious. So let's just reinforce that again. Cookies with brown butter, A+. So I really like the addition of the salted caramel. It's very interesting, mixed in with everything else. I think the purpose of adding salt to baked goods, if you didn't already know this, is to help balance out the sweetness. And my experience thus far with pretty much every cookie I've had that has white chocolate in it is that the white chocolate chips get overwhelmingly sweet. But because this has the salted caramel, and I think I've gotten some pretzels as well, the salt in those kind of helps balance out the white chocolate. So the white chocolate doesn't feel as overwhelmingly sweet as it has in every other cookie I've had. And I would say that's a big plus. One downside, and I don't know if this is because of the way that the cookies were baked or because it sat in my freezer for a few months, but I have definitely had several pretzels now, and they are significantly softened. So I was hoping they would add a really interesting like pretzel-y crunch to this cookie, but they don't. It's like the stalest pretzel I've ever had in my entire life, which isn't impacting the flavor, but it's not giving me the texture boost that I wanted this cookie to have. That same thing is true for the peanuts as well. They're very soft. And honestly, the flavor on the peanuts is a bit muted. Oop, I just lost a peanut. I don't think they're roasted, which tends to bring out the flavor a little bit more. And I guess you probably wouldn't need to because you would think they'd get roasted in the process of baking the cookie. But evidently not. So the peanuts aren't quite as peanutty as I want them to be. But that's just like as an individual item. I wish the peanuts were more peanutty, and I wish the pretzels were more pretzel-y. But the cookie as a whole, I don't even want to say is necessarily impacted by the disappointment in those two parts, if that makes any sense at all. I do think the vast majority of the salt is coming from the salted caramel chips, which is interesting when there are pretzels and peanuts in here. I actually don't think the peanuts are salted though. Not roasted or salted, just peanuts. That was a very salty bite, and I liked it. That's the kind of salt that I wanted. I think I just want to talk about the rest of the end. So I'm going to finish eating it, and then I'm going to rate it, and I will give a summary of my thoughts when I stand up to rate it. Alright, brown butter in cookies continues to be fantastic, and it just makes every cookie so much better. So that was amazing thing about this cookie number one. The peanuts, I think, were a mix of textures where some were very, very, very soft and some were a little bit crunchier, but they were all quite softened, and every single pretzel was very soft. So I didn't get the texture differential that I wanted. The other thing that was frustrating with the pretzels was even though they were super soft, I couldn't eat part of a pretzel in a bite. Like every time I took a bite with a pretzel, I got the whole pretzel as opposed to just a part of it. Which doesn't make sense because if they were soft, I should have been able to just get a part of it. But whatever. I loved the salty sweet combo in this cookie. It made it really interesting and really delicious. And yeah, big fan of the salty sweet combo. I think that I would need to try it again fresh, not having been frozen, to find out if the, man, I'm forgetting all my English words today. I think I would need to try it again fresh to find out if the cookies, oh my god, the whole thing's a cookie. Whew, let's try this one more time. I think I would need to try it again fresh to find out if the pretzels and the peanuts were softened because I had them in the freezer, or if they were that way from the way they were initially baked. But overall, that was still a really, really good cookie that I thoroughly enjoyed eating. I'm sad it's gone, and I'm going to give it a 9.3. Which I think is the same place that the 9 was for the last cookie, but this one is a 9.3. Okay, so that was day 2 of Cookie Week, and it was the White Lightning Cookie. I gave it a 9.3 because it was pretty delicious. Also, as of today, I have officially hit my threshold for creating a playlist. So I'm going to make a playlist of all of the cookies, and I will go ahead and throw that right here-ish somewhere. So if you wanted to check out the other 4 cookies that I have rated, you can go ahead and do that. This is a Black-owned business. They do ship nationwide. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. If you like watching me talk about cookies, please like, comment, and or subscribe below. Have a nice day and eat more cookies.